Bitcoin right now is about to make a decision in the next 24 hours. It is sitting at $26,942. And as you can see from the chart right now, we're coiling up. We have this resistance line from April 13th that's been knocking us down all the way till May 6th, knocked down, all the way till June 1st, knocked down. Right now, we've already tested it once. We see that wick up there. We've gotten rejected a little bit so far, but we have this upward sloping trend line support, which is telling us that, hey, we got about until Wednesday, June 21st, the next 24 hours here for it to make a decision. Are we going to plow right through it and just skyrocket right up through it? Or are we going to pull back down, break this trend line support here, give a little retest back down, and then give another shot at it later in July? So if you're new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. I will cover XDC in this video. I did see that comment wanting to have me go over XDC. I will cover that. I just remembered. If you want me to cover an altcoin of your choice, let me know in the comments. I'll cover it in the next market update. But yeah, so that's where we're at this current moment with Bitcoin. Pending 24-hour decision out of Bitcoin. Are we going to fire up or are we going to get knocked down and give it a retest later? So we have some things in these bottom indicators here. And if you're noticing, I have two things pulled up. On the right side is our Discord. On the left side is TradingView. The vertical line, the Stargate signals. If you're not in the Discord, I'll leave a link in the bio. Come join it. I have a ton of signals flashing into here and I'll cover a couple. But first, I want to get into the charts. Bitcoin at the bottom here, I have circled in yellow the TSI. The TSI, if we zoom out a little bit and we notice the past times that the TSI got above the zero line, January 9th, what happened then? Skyrocketed up. But it wasn't on January 9th where we actually skyrocketed. It was a little bit beforehand. So we had the cross up in the TSI back January 1st. We got the cross up. And then we had until January 8th, actually, we crossed up to the zero line. By that point, January 1st, we started our slow kind of grind up. But then January 8th, we just totally took off. That was because we got above the zero line in the TSI and we crossed up. And we had the pink crossing above the blue, right? Fast forward, March, we had our second stock TSI cross up right here, March 12th on Sunday. And then March 14th, we got above the zero line. What happened, right? March 12th, we had the cross up. That was when Bitcoin went from 20K all the way up to 24.6K. We got above the zero line. We went from 24.6K all the way up to 31K, right? The TSI crossing above the zero line is something that is secret sauce. Let's just say that. And we had the pink crossing above the blue. Check number 2. Check number 3, right? It's the first time in a very long time since March, 90-day cycles, we've been covering it in our last market updates, where we just saw the TSI cross up June 16th. June 16th saw the TSI cross up. When was that? No kidding. Right at our bottom, we started our slow grind up. Right now, we're making our way up to that zero line in the TSI. Do we have enough momentum? We'll see. We got to check our second thing. The pink is crossing above the blue. So that's our second thing. Pink crossing above the blue, which means we're flipping into bullish market structure. As you notice here, when the pink's above the blue, we're in bullish market structure. Bullish market structure. When the blue's above the pink, we're in bearish market structure. We're flipping from bearish to bullish right now. We have the pink getting above the 50 line key, and then it's crossing above the blue. Stock RSI momentum's heading up. TSI's already crossed up. MACD's rising green, and we're making our way here to that zero line. And if we cross up above it, we're going to see some fireworks. So given that in the bottom oscillators here, and given that we're coiling up in this falling wedge, we got a 24-hour decision. Is it time that it breaks up straight up through it, or are we going to roll over it and retest it later? I will say, if we break up through the trend line, we're not out of the woods yet. I want to really see us get back above 27.7K. Mark that alert, and I'm going to mark it as well too. That's the key level. If we fire up through 27.7K, like a hot knife through butter, we're going to skyrocket. Like we'll probably send it up to 30K, 29.5K in a matter of that day. And that's going to coincide with the Bitcoin dominance having its blow off top, coming up here on the weekly chart to hit the 200 moving average. We'll see probably Bitcoin hit 29.5K to 30K. At that point, maybe Bitcoin pulls back or it stays flat up there and goes sideways. But we will see Bitcoin dominance flash the 1 week sell now signal, right? Which last time it flashed 1 week sell now signal was the mega altcoin rally back in 2021 bull market. And we'll start to see total 3, which is all the altcoins, fire up here. We'll see it fire up. But let's kind of reset the deck for a sec. Let's go back to the dollar, because it all lies in the dollar, because the dollar has that correlation. When the dollar goes down, cryptos go up. When the dollar goes up, cryptos go down. And we experienced that since May 1st all the way up to June 5th. And we had said May could be mayhem, and that's what it kind of was. But what we're seeing now is on the weekly chart, stock RSI is crossed down. We want to see it come down through that 50 line. We're very close to it. We're going to have to see in the next 3 days and 20 hours how this kind of pans out. But we're seeing some good signs. Last time we saw stock RSI 1 week cross down was back here March 13th. We saw the dollar fall. That's when we saw Bitcoin rise from 20K all the way up to 31.5K or 31.2K. We're seeing some similar signs. Last time before that, where we saw the dollar on a 1 week chart cross down on the stock RSI from the top, was right here at the top over here when the dollar was at 113. This is when the stock market recovered, gold recovered, crypto should have recovered, but then we saw the black swan of FTX, perfect timing. But then ultimately, we recovered from that level. The dollar kept rolling down, Bitcoin popped up a ton. So this is a huge kind of sign to us that, hey, the dollar is really teetering on the edge here. And if we can see this weekly candle kind of close down below the 786 at 101.612, oh man, we're ready to rock it if that's the case. Us breaking the 786, that key Fibonacci level, the last final stand, and a stock RSI on a weekly chart crossing down, and us being below that zero line in the TSI, screams crypto having a shoot up. So we need to keep this on the top of our radar. The dollar, weekly chart, stock RSI cross down. We need to watch that close. Then we need to watch Bitcoin the next 24 to 48 hours. Are we going to break through the trend line coming down here and break up above that 27.7K? Or are we going to kind of pull up here, have like a breakout, but then get rejected, come back down, right? So we're going to have to watch that. But we need to watch the 1 day TSI getting above that zero line, because that will spell it all out for us. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting close. So we have this convergence happening. And then we got to watch Bitcoin dominance, watching on the weekly chart, watch it at this 200 moving average around 51, 53%, have a rapid spike for a blow off top, curl over, flash a sell now signal, because then altcoins with this 2 day prepare to buy soon and being on the 786 from this low back in January 2023 to the high that we set in April 2023, back at the 786 final stand fib, holding it as support with a 2 day chart prepare to buy soon. A bunch of them. I mean, last time we saw the 2 day prepare to buy soon, then the buy now, that was January 1st of this year. And we saw what happened with altcoins. We're staring at the same moment right now. We can look to the past to see what already has happened, especially with the Stargate signals, and kind of gauge where we're at now and if we're flashing similar signs, because we saw what happened before. Nothing's changed. 6 months later, we're seeing a second chance, in my opinion, second chance. So now's the time to get serious, get prepared, get focused, because we got a lot of opportunities staring at us right now as we speak. So that's why you want to come join the Discord and want to subscribe and hit notification bells, because we're watching this. We're watching this 24/7. We're up 30 hours a day watching this and being on top of it. So definitely subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment too about what altcoin you want me to cover, and then come join the Discord. Link is in the bio. You won't see all of these signals here because that's for VIPs only. But if you wanted all the channels here, then just reach out. It's Rob at Stargate, that's me, or Eric at Stargate. Reach out to us, see how you can get VIP. But yeah, so we're staring right at that 786. We're holding as support. We have a kind of micro trend line coming up that we're holding. And the total altcoin market cap is about to make a decision in the next 24 hours as well too. We do see some signs 2 day prepare to buy soons. We are close to crossing up, not quite there yet. That's why I believe Bitcoin dominance kind of rolls up here at last final blow off top. We see Bitcoin really kind See a massive move if we can break out above these levels in the next 24 to 48 hours. I think we'll have a rapid spike to 29.4K, 29.5K, which will bring Bitcoin dominance up to there. It will ultimately roll over. We'll see the dollar cross down as well too with the stock RSI. Then we'll ultimately see that money flow into the altcoins, and we'll take off with this, and we'll bounce off the 786 and fire up faster than a lot of people think. Total market cap of crypto in general. We have a 3-day prepare to buy soon right now. 3-day prepare to buy soon. We're seeing the stock RSI crossing up, showing that momentum. We need to get above the 50 line though. We need to get above the 50 line. Last time on the 3-day chart, we saw the stock RSI get above the 50 line was right here, January 1st, 2023. We ripped up. We saw stock RSI cross up here, get above the 50 line. We ripped up. Where it crossed up, we're not quite close to the 50 line. We have 20 hours left for this candle to close. So we're about 4 days away of getting above this 50 line if we can keep this momentum to the upside. Then we'll see that TSI cross up, get back above the 0 line. We'll see that 3-day buy now signal flash from the Stargate signals, and we'll rip up. We have a trend line coming down on this as well too, converging and coinciding with the 786 here and the 786 here for the micro and medium fib levels. So getting above this key level here, this blue teal circle that I drew, would get us above this downward sloping trend line started back April 13th. It would get us above the 200 moving average here on the 3-day chart. It would get us above the 786, and then it's blue skies from there. So getting above that key level around 1.10 trillion, quite frankly, 1.11 trillion. And then I believe we're going to rip up here. Could even get to 1.2 trillion, reclaiming this 200 moving average, and even head higher up to 1.33 trillion. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. So that's the total crypto market cap. We cover the total altcoin market cap. If we look at the key market drivers, USDT plus USDC market cap against all of crypto, we're seeing on the 1-day chart, stock RSIs cross down. We're losing momentum in the TSI. We want to see this chart fall over, because if we look at March 13, 2023, when this fell, that's when we saw Bitcoin go from 20K up to 31.5K. When this started bouncing April 18th and up this whole time, we saw cryptos kind of pull back. So if we can break this trend line that's kind of acting as support coming up here, and then we've already got rejected by this resistance line since January 1st, 2023. It's no surprise that when we tanked here, got rejected by this line, that cryptos took off. And then we saw us rally up here. We saw a crash from like 25K down to 20K, and then we fell down. We saw 20K to 31.5K, went sideways, started trending up here. We've seen Bitcoin and cryptos being a lull, being boring, but we're on the precipice of, if we can break this trend line support, then ultimately break the 786 here, we're at the start of a huge, another massive volatile moment across the board for the crypto market, filled with opportunity. We're staring at it. So when could this stretch out to? We could see this stretch out to July 6th. We could see fireworks around 4th of July. You know, we could keep trending here, or we could just break down, but we were tracking this real time. We said we needed to get rejected right here, pull down, ultimately break this. So we needed to get rejected there, because if we didn't, it would have been a massacre in the crypto market. So thankfully we did. We're watching everything as far as the key market drivers, macro stuff, different perspectives that I don't see many people covering, but it does tell the story. So this got rejected. We saw cryptos see some relief. If this keeps pulling down, we're going to see a massive rally across the board. So this is on our radar. Then looking at the NASDAQ 100 against Bitcoin, we got rejected at that key level we said we needed to, and we're riding this trendline support. We're right at it right now. We're on the 2-day chart. We're seeing cross downs of momentum. We're seeing it roll over. It's exactly what we want to see. So we're at that level now. This is another key macro kind of different perspective chart, market driver that we take a look at to get a different angle on if crypto is about to have a heavy bounce or if it's about to roll over hard. And right now, ever since rising here, no surprise, April 14th, that's when we topped, across the board, April 14th over here. Ever since we bottomed here, we rallied up, we got rejected, and it looks like we're going to roll over, meaning that we've already hit our bottom with crypto and Bitcoin. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, just showing you what I'm seeing based off of all my 5+ years of experience watching these charts on a day-to-day basis and taking a look at all these things and developing these software. That's my opinion. If you think it's going to keep falling lower, that's yours. But I'm placing my bets on a long right now. XRP, 0.4912. What I'm watching for XRP on the 12-hour chart, I want to see it get above that 50 line. In the stock RSI, we're right at it, but we got to wait for this candle to close in 8 hours and 11 minutes. And then the TSI, I think, is crossing as we speak, but we're close. We're close. We haven't crossed yet, and MACD hasn't crossed up yet. If we do, I'm still not as excited yet. I really want to see us get above the zero line on the 12-hour chart, because we could cross up, ultimately get to the zero line, but then roll back down. So I want to see more out of XRP. I don't think it's exactly its time yet, but we're going to cover that macro kind of charts on XRP, take a deeper dive into XRP specifically, look at the different XRP to Bitcoin, XRP to USD, XRP dominance, XRP to Ethereum, get a gauge as to where XRP's at as far as the big mega boom. So definitely subscribe, hit notification bells, because we're going to cover that this week. I can't believe my eyes, right? The coin that shall not be named is starting to make some movement, starting to show some similar signs back from when it saw 80% pump back in like February. So we have the 7G star G8 indicator up here. It's the multi-time frame signals. It does it all for you. You can see 3-day, 2-day, 1 day. I'm on the 3-day chart, 12-hour, 9-hour, 8-hour chart. When we see 4 out of the 7 time frames flash the Stargate signals, that's what flashes the long entry. So meaning all the stars are aligning. Then we just got to wait for the vertical blue buy now confirmation. Once we saw the long entry tag, vertical blue buy now confirmation, 80% in 8 days. We saw the long entry tag back here May 10th. We've continued to go lower. That's why we wait for the vertical blue buy now confirmation to know and confirm that the downtrend's over. For this one, it's been brutal, but we could be seeing some signs of life here. We could be seeing a heartbeat happening as we speak. We're seeing the stock RSI cross up on the 3-day chart. That's check number 1. MACD finally got some dark green in it. TSI is getting close to crossing up. If the TSI crosses up, we're going to get that vertical blue buy now confirmation. Last time I did that, 80% in 80 days. So take with that what you will. But also another thing here too is we want to see that pink catch a heartbeat. We finally did, but I want to see more. I want to see much more. I want to see this pink get above that 50 line, because if that's the case, we're going to see inverse of what's been happening for the past months here. We need to see a heartbeat. And it actually came down to the final level, the final fib, the final stand, I like to call it. We're at the 4236 breakdown extension. We held support right on it. So in the Discord and the announcements, I had posted a little kind of exhibit 1, exhibit 2, exhibit 3, as far as what I was seeing with this chart earlier today, because I took a little stab. I couldn't resist, but I did exhibit 1 saying what I saw, exhibit 2, exhibit 3, and I took a stab. I had to. But, who knows? We'll see what happens. At this point, if it wants to do a U-turn on me, so does my life algorithm at this point. But I think it's got some facts in the chart. I'm seeing some things from before. It's got a good chance of rolling back up here. I wanted to kind of lower my cost entry on it. We'll see hopefully we can pull a 5X break even, but we'll see. Maybe it's got a surprise in for us. Maybe it's going to have some fireworks going into July here, but we'll see. We're going to know probably by the end of this week. End of this week, we'll definitely know what's up with this one. Then I had promised XDC. Let's go into XDC. Okay, so we saw this low. We had bullish divergence, came up to here, which was, I think, the 786 from this high down to this low. Yep, tapped it to a T. We tapped it to a T. I remember that, covering that real time. Yep, tapped it. Rolled back over, hit the 786 from this low to this high, back down to here. And right now we've been traveling a little bit lower. But there are some signs. We're on a 12-hour chart right now. We're starting to see the MACD starting to curl in here. We're seeing the TSI trying to curl in here. If we stock RSI is rolling over, though, I don't like to see that, but we could easily cross back up. So 12-hour chart. So a lot can happen in that time span. But on the 1-day chart, we've already cooled off with the stock RSI. We've seen the TSI. It's kind of hanging right below that zero line. So what I want to see on the 1-day chart is for us to have the MACD curl back in here, the TSI to cross up. As soon as this TSI crosses up It's beautiful because when we're right below the zero line, we see a TSI cross up and we get right above it. Usually it's a massive move. I'm definitely looking to stack up some more XDC. So when that does happen, I'll definitely be on it. Let's take a look at the Stargate signals. So Stargate signals nailed it. Hit this bottom back here, February 17th. Hit these tops here. So it said to buy at 0.027, said to sell up here around 0.042, 0.044, said to buy back down here at 0.032, 0.031, and that's where we're hanging out right now. Let's go to a 2-day chart, see if we have any more signals. Yep, we had the buy now back here actually in December at 0.024. We had the sell now up here at 0.044. We got the buy warnings and buy now confirmation, and we're hanging right on top of that 200 moving average right now, holding that support. We go to the 3-day chart. Let's see where we're at with that, because we do have a 3-day prepare to buy soon. Interesting, because we had the 3-day prepare to buy soon back here in December, had the buy now back here in December, and then we ripped up, had the sell now, and we do have 3-day prepare to buy soon as we speak with hidden bullish divergence, and we're very, very close for this TSI to cross up, and we're right below that zero line. So we can cross right up here, get above the zero line. We're gonna have fireworks for XCC. And we're holding the Stargate Fib Forecaster key zone, the Fib overlap. So the shaded overlap here. So this is looking nice. It's looking nice. And let's see what we got in the XCC signals here. So we got an 11-hour buy now for XCC. We got a 9-hour buy now for XCC, 11-hour prayer to buy soon. So we got both these confirmations for the buy nows. I'll see if we got any other things in here. No, so the most recent, which was 3 days ago, we got an 11-hour and 9-hour buy now signal. I want to see more, but given that we have a 3-day, 2-day, and 1-day prepare to buy soon, and we got the 11-hour and 9-hour buy now, kind of front running the higher time frame signals, XCC is looking good. And given that we looked at the key, we have a 12-hour pair to buy soon as we speak, and we're close to getting a buy now. But given all the other things we covered in this video, Bitcoin, the dollar, Bitcoin dominance, total market cap, altcoin market cap, this key USDT plus USDC market cap versus all the crypto chart, the NASDAQ versus Bitcoin. Looking at XRP, that doesn't really have an effect. But those key charts, those market driver charts, given all those things, if these can pan out as we expect, XCC will do very well. We could pull down maybe to 0.03 cents. I would say that's a great buying opportunity. I'll be a buyer at that level. But right now, we're stuck in this kind of place where it's really going to matter what Bitcoin does here if we break up, what the dollar does here if we roll down now or we have a relief bounce. Bitcoin dominance does, the total market cap and the altcoin market cap. Depends what these do. Because if these all work in our favor and kind of work with us here, then XCC will rip up from this level. If they don't work in our favor, we'll probably roll down, maybe retest this fib overlap level right here. And then it'll probably be, like something like that. And then we'll rip up, because that would make sense, because then we have this trend line coming down like that. One last pull down fake out. So don't be surprised if we pull down to 0.029, 0.03, then rip back right up to 0.034. And then ultimately, I think we'd quickly get up to 0.042 if we break above 0.0343. And all of those things will happen. As far as the time frame, it depends on these other things. They could happen very quickly if those things pan out, or if these get delayed a couple of days or until July 5th, then it'll take until then. But XCC definitely looks good on my radar. I mean, we're close to the bottom here, or we're already bottom. And getting down to 0.03 is only a matter of like 5%. I mean, we experience that on a day-to-day basis. So I like XCC. I'm looking to get in on it, and I'll be watching the XCC signals channel in here in the Discord. If you're not already in the Discord, links in the bio. You won't see this channel, but if you want access to them, reach out, Rob at Stargate. I'll let you know how you can get access. But I'll be watching this channel closely for that 3-day buy now signal, 2-day buy now signal, 1-day buy now signal, because at that point it's up only, and I'll be getting into some XCC for sure, some extra XCC. So that's it, guys. Interesting week ahead of us here. It's going to be a key week as far as the direction going forward. And so definitely subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment for the altcoin you want me to cover in the next video, and I'll see you guys in the Discord.